Hello Sag, so I'm doing your weekly reading for September the 27th to October the 4th, and we are going to be taking a look into what is going on for you guys, why it's happening, anything that's going on in your blind spot, what is working for you at this time, and of course how it's likely going to play out, okay? Also just to remind everybody that there has been someone out there who has been cloning my channel. So if you find my readings on a different channel name that isn't my name, which is Phoenix Keia Tarot, then it's going to be stolen content, okay? Right, so what is going on for your situation? Let's see if the overhead camera's working. Yeah, it is. Brilliant. I've had massive issues all morning getting that bloody thing to work again. Software updates. And everything goes wrong after software updates. You know how it goes. Okay, so your situation with this knot, it says life everlasting, commitments, love, loyalty in love, independence, friends, success in difficult endeavors, and freedom. Okay, so it's kind of like a bonding session, okay? Promises being fulfilled here. People growing closer and closer together. I'm also feeling that if you have fallen out with anyone recently, Sag, then there's a reconciliation that's on the cards, okay? So again, take it as it resonates, but it indicates... I don't know what the hell's going on today. It indicates, not indicates. I have no idea what an indicate is. It indicates that there is a commitment that's either being created, renewed, or strengthened this week. Okay? So really, really important. What's the word? Honestly, the brain fog has to kick in now. Really important changes, that's not the word I'm looking for, that are going on for you guys this week, specifically when it comes down to relationships and relating with others, okay? Right. Strongest message at the bottom of the deck, the seed. Good plans will bring you success. New ideas and possibility are yours. Pregnancy and birth of a child and new love, right? And the seed that they're showing here, I believe, is a conquer, right? It's all about you protecting your ideas. See with that protective shell there. And even the nut inside is incredibly strong itself as well. So you've been protecting your ideas, or you need to, again, take it as it resonates. Yeah, I would say, because it's split open, it's time for you to plant your metaphorical seeds, okay? So anything that you've been meaning to get started, but you haven't done it yet, then this is definitely going to be the opportune week for you to do that, okay? Start putting your plans into motion. It indicates that you are receiving help and assistance with that as well. And again, with the news of pregnancy and birth of a child, obviously that part of the message is not going to resonate for everybody, okay? That's just like a tiny handful of you guys. You could be hearing about a pregnancy or a birth. Obviously, if you're expecting anything like that, it all looks good on that front as well. Okay, right. So can you tell us more about these commitments in Sag's energy, please? The Seven of Cups. Okay, indications here that it's taken either you or someone else a while to commit themselves to another person or to this idea, okay? Again, I don't know if this is going on in romance or if this is like a work situation. You're just going to have to take it as it applies, okay? The bottom line, it's taken someone a long time to make this decision. And now it's decision week, right? So if you're waiting to hear back from anyone, Sag, you're going to hear back from them this week. If you're needing to get back in touch with anybody because this is you that's wanting to commit yourself to something, then you're going to be reaching out to that person this week. What else? Yeah, Queen of Swords. A lot of conversations here, right? This is all about being open, honest, and very direct, okay? It's directness without being abrasive. I'm also hearing as well, someone's setting the record straight here this week and reaffirming their position within a situation. I don't entirely know what that's all about. We might have to take a step back in a minute. Pram, again, more indications about like pregnancy, children, all of that sort of thing, okay? Literally says, fulfillment in home and family life, your goals are attainable, childbirth, flaunting success to the world, and time off. So this is why this situation's happening. Because somebody's wanting a fulfilled home and family life. I'm kind of getting the impression here, Sag, that maybe someone's they're wanting a family, or they're wanting to increase on their pre-existing family situation. Okay, can you tell us more about this, Pram, as to why this situation's happening, please, for Sag? It's all very strange. I mean, there's no doubt that there's a lot of fertile energy in this read, should we say. Okay, again, whether that be personal life or business. I'm kind of feeling that you're going to have it your way this week, Sag, okay? Everything that you decide that's going to happen this week is going to be the week that will happen. Okay. Yeah, Knight of Cups. Romantic energy. Sag, here's the thing, right? If you're sitting there going, well, you know, I've got no plans whatsoever on extending on my family or even creating one, okay? Again, everyone's different stages. Then this is going to be someone else's energy towards you, right? There's definitely either you or someone very, very close to you who is thinking about family expansion in some sort of capacity, right? Definitely. Can you tell us more? Yeah, the Two of Swords. That's hitting a brick wall. And then the Six of Swords moving on. So there's a contradiction here that's coming through. That could indicate you never thought that it was going to happen. You might have lost hope or given up that was ever going to happen for you. Do you know what I mean? It's like what you would consider being your happy ending, which again, everybody's got their own version of what their happy ending looks like or should look like, right? And for some, certainly, making their own family is going to be part of that. It's clearly important to someone, either you or the person that you're dealing with, right? It's clearly very important to someone, regardless of your age, right? So, I mean, you could be sitting there going, fuck, but I'm retirement age. Well, okay, then there's still someone around you where, in their opinion, having a family or expanding on their family is all that they can think about right now. Like, this is all that someone has thought about and can think about, right? So I don't know why this is showing out in your read, but it's here. We've got someone here who has lost hope, or they gave up ever even considering that would be a possibility in their future, like ever. And that entire worldview is being shaken to its very core. Okay? Because literally, we see that is more than possible. So if someone's watching this and they've been struggling with like fertility issues and whatnot, right? Then there's new possibilities of how they can still achieve the family that they're wanting to create, even with these fertility issues. But again, that's the really strange thing, because your strongest overall message was that seed. Right? Fertile energy. Interesting. What's in your blind spot? The gavel, a correction of injustice, attention, justice and forgiveness, positive results, power and respect, and authority figure. In your blind spot, there's an injustice that's being created. Now, it might be injustice because I'm speaking to a very small group of Sagittarius individuals who know full well that they would be incredibly amazing parents, and then having to go through all the heartbreak that follows of, you know, that not happening. Let's not go into details, but then also witnessing how certain other people just take their families or their kids and their babies, whatever, for granted. Do you know what I mean? That always seems to be the way, though, isn't it? Those who would make the best parents on the planet are the ones who struggle the most to actually have kids. Okay. Judgment that's coming out squiffy. So, a past decision was passed. A past decision was made, and it was not the right decision. So someone's going back on it. That's why you got the Two of Swords and the Six of Swords here as well. Someone is going back on a decision that has already been made. Now, here's the thing, Sag. For all I know, this could be getting at fucking court case situation about child custody, that sort of thing. Somebody here might have lost custody of their children, and that was an unfair decision. Again, either you or someone else that you're dealing with, right? There's a judgment call here that was made that was not a good choice. That's being corrected. And it's in your blind spot, which is really, really interesting. Yeah, King of Wands. You're going to have to respond to this super quick, okay, Sag? You're going to have to respond to that in the moment and act quickly. It's unexpected. Okay. What's working for you? The bell. The end of hardships. That's what's working for you. Good marriage, celebration, happiness, good news, alertness, victory over someone, and joy. Yeah. There's some kind of announcement that's being made here, Sag, that involves you. It involves your family. There's a cause for a celebration here, I feel. And I hate to put it in terms of like who's good and who's bad, who's right and who's wrong. But clearly, for the context of your reading, Sag, an injustice is being corrected and good is overcoming the bad. You've literally got victory over someone. Can you tell us more about what is working for Sag, please? A King of Cups, that's come out squiffy, and the Wheel of Fortune has also come out squiffy. So there's emotional games that were being played at some point. And the person who's done that has played straight into your hands. Because there's a very strange turn of events here that's playing out that is working in your favour. Can you tell us more about this King of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune for what is working for Sag, please? Can you tell us more about this for Sag? Okay, Six of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. Past energy. There's a clue here with that message of your independence, with that Nine of Pentacles. What's working for you, Sag, is your ability to provide, to be a provider, your ability to move on, I feel, from the past, your ability to not hold grudges. Okay, how is this likely going to play out? The Trumpet. Enjoyment at work and life. Good luck, victory, resurrection, speaking truth, change in direction by choice, and curious. How it's likely going to play out. You get victory, finally. Can you tell us more about this victory for Sag, please? Oh, the Eight of Wands. Again, that message of how you're going to have to respond quickly. You're going to have to think on your feet. That's really fast-moving energy. It's also full of a lot of excitement here. So there's excited conversations going back and forth between yourself and certain other individuals. I'm getting like a lot of plans are being made. You putting a lot of plans into motion. Yeah, the Ten of Cups, one of the apex cards. That's about happy home, happy family, healthy family, okay? People coming back together. So if you've been separated from a very important person to you, this week you're very likely going to be hearing good news about their return. Okay? It's like someone's saying here, the family's being brought back together. Yeah, Five of Pentacles at the bottom of that deck. So there might well be something here to do with parental alienation that's gone on. Or, like I said at the start of the read, where someone just assumed that they would never get their happy ending, which is the Ten of Cups. And here it is. Because evidence of that Ten of Cups building is starting up this week, Sag. You're no longer going to be on the outside looking in. It's under there. Yeah, the 5 of Cups. 2 5s back to back. That's literally somebody feeling hopeless. And then you've got the Hermit underneath that one. Someone's hopelessness forced them to do some soul searching here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my voice. It could simply just be because whoever is affected by this, whoever is going through this, is getting a little bit choked up. Okay. That felt like a very specific reading. So I don't think that that's going to resonate for many people at all. And you know what? That's absolutely fine, okay? My job is to give the messages. That's it, okay? So don't worry if it's not your reading this time round. You can just join me for the next reading, and I might pick up on your energies then. Right, so you've got 3 healing messages. Stranger and curiosity, lay of the land, ancestral wisdom, and closing door, completion. So I need to find out which one of these we're doing with the full healing message out of the book. I'm feeling 34. That feels hot as hell. Okay, so intuitively, these two, 53 and 5, yeah, 5s, they indicate lifestyle changes that are not necessarily going to come through easy. It is going to be a bit of a ride because they're 5s. They're known to be quite difficult, quite jarring almost. But ultimately, the result that you get, and again, 5-5, right? You could be seeing 555 quite a lot right now. And it means that your life is at that pivotal stage where literally everything changes, right? And it can be quite jarring. But ultimately, you've got to remember that these changes that's going on for you specifically, Sag, is incredibly positive. But the way that you might experience it in real time, it might come across as being a bit shocking almost, okay? So, stranger and curiosity, that is asking for you to keep asking questions, right? There's no such thing as a stupid question. Stay curious and never forget about your passion for adventure, okay? It's curious, it's adventurous, it's let's try this, see if it'll work, let's try that, see if it'll work, okay? Trying lots of different things until you find what it is that works for you, what it is that clicks for you. And again, with this being on the topic of your life is about to change in a good way, in a very unexpected way, you're going to be taking on different roles that you're not used to. Okay, so it's kind of like stay curious, learn as you go. Okay, learn on the job type thing. Closing door, completion. That one is fairly simple, fairly self-explanatory. You are saying goodbye, Sag, this week to one way of living, to one way of existing. So you might have become accustomed to living on your own, right? Having a certain room for your own space, for your own stuff, right? That's all gone, okay? But again, that's not a bad thing. You're exchanging your old lifestyle for a brand new one. Okay. Right. Full healing message. Oops. From this one, number 34. Let's take a look. Lay of the land. This one's all about past lessons being well informed and ancestral wisdom. It says that there are times when you're meant to discover and explore new terrain in your life. Yeah, so that's why that one felt the hottest out of all three. Because literally the channeled messages that came through with these two is right there. Okay. You're supposed to explore these new terrains in your life. Even to be part of a wave of change. This is one of those times, and what you're contemplating is perhaps new to you, but others have laid well-worn paths and have left wisdom for you to rely and reflect upon. This is so that you can have a better understanding of the potentials and the possible pitfalls on your journey. When you know the lay of the land, you're better able to fully experience what is being offered to you. This is a wonderful time to seek a mentor or a good advice from an expert or an elder. That way you will be able to meet life's opportunities and challenges well informed. Knowing that you have a map, you can now be curious, and you did have the curiosity card coming out, about what else is here. This is a path that promises success in all areas. Where others before you have dared to tread, you will discover the treasure they have left behind for you to make your own. Yeah. Journey of a lifetime. And it involves a family, your family. Okay. Right, let's get some moon magic wisdom out. What else for Sag, please? Yeah, I'm courageous and powerful. Waxing gibbous moon. So your waxing gibbous moon is all about observing and aligning your hopes with the universe, to refine your plans, tweak your plans. Okay, be prepared to have your plans changed ever so slightly. Being adjustable. Okay, being adjustable and flexible. And of course, courageous and powerful. Right, so let's see if we can uplift this energy a little bit before we go with a card from the fantastic shitty deck. There is swearing in this deck, okay, just in case anyone is new here. Right, what else? Thank you. Stop doing shit that you hate. Whether it's to impress someone or to do something that's being expected of you, that shit'll just eat you up inside. Do what you love and be proud of that shit. Yeah, beautiful. But that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful. If you feel that you could benefit from a personal reading with me, then my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. You might have to scroll down a bit, but it is definitely there. But yeah, thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.